Partner reading, a strategy demonstration. Partner reading encourages peer teaching, collaboration, and shared learning. Students are divided into pairs of two and take turns reading aloud one paragraph at a time. As students read, they are encouraged to pause and discuss the article with their partner. They can share thoughts, questions, or reactions to the article orally, as well as in a written graphic organizer I created called a literacy response log. This log comes with sentence starters to help ELL students and other students who need extra support and scaffolding.
If all goes well, the embryos will be ready for transfer into the uterus of another female dog, a surrogate mother.
Kim says to another part of the lab, stopping on a platform in front of a huge window that overlooks the operating room, two big brown dogs lie unconscious on tables, each mostly covered by a green tarp. The dogs have tubes in their throats and their long pink tongues dangled on the side.
A half-dozen people in the blue scrubs and surgical masks scurry around, bits of conversation inaudible through a monitor on the wall.
Are you ready?
Here are some examples of completed literacy response logs from various students. As you can see, students had questions about particular vocabulary words, but also about scientific processes that they didn't understand from the article. After the partner reading, we met back in class to have a whole class discussion, and I addressed these vocabulary words that most of the students did not understand, as well as any misconceptions and confusing points that the article made. We also talked about what they wanted to know more about, what was interesting to them, the main point of the article, and their thoughts and feelings on the subject. The next day, we listened to an NPR podcast on the very topic.
If you really, really love your dog, you can have twice the love. You can have your dog cloned if you're willing to spend $100,000 to do it. NPR's Rob Stein has been asking how people decide to clone their dogs and what the experience is like. So he went to visit a couple who did this and also visited their dog, or rather, dogs.
To wrap up this lesson, students had to go home and conduct 2 interviews with people about dog cloning. They had to explain to them the process and the pros and cons that they read about in the article and listened to in the podcast. They then had to record the answers from these 2 interviews about would this person want to clone their dog? Yes or no, and explain why. This homework assignment also led to some animated discussions in class the following day. In closing, partner reading is a cooperative learning strategy that can be used in reading many different types of text. Personally, I found it more beneficial to use this strategy with high-interest current event articles that relate to the content, as opposed to textbook reading, which might not be as conducive to promoting student conversation and dialogue. This strategy helps to build fluency, reading confidence, positive social relationships, and promotes on-task learning, because the strategy is student-led as opposed to teacher-led. I would definitely recommend trying out partner reading in your classroom, as I was pleasantly surprised with the results after implementing it in my 8th grade science class. Thanks for watching.